It is sad that not many Nigerians actually know what is happening to Nigeria right now, even as progressively worse as it is going. Why? Because we are allergic to researching on issues. We are so shallow in thinking and acting. We do not understand that before 1914, that there were forces already operating inside Nigeria, especially in the north of Nigeria. Before 1914, the Usman and Fodio Fulani were already inside Nigeria. They had already, with the help of the British, conquered the north of Nigeria. Yeah, what became the north of Nigeria. And that was why it was easy for them to identify two of them as signatories to their fraudulent amalgamation treaty that involved two Yorubas too, the Shehu of Borno and the Obong of Calabar. They had always had before then had contact with these people and have been working with them. And you want to know why indirect rule was most easy in the north of Nigeria? It was because of after the Hausas were conquered by the Fulanis, the Usman and Fodio Fulanis. Let's be very specific about that. Driven by politics and power, economics and finance. They came with a different brand of Islam than what the Hausas knew. And violently, yes, violently seized the Hausa lands, killed their kings, and subjected the people to their authority. Did you hear that? If you want to understand what is taking place in Nigeria, you must go that far, so you'll be able to flow with what is taking place. It's a generational agenda that is being executed. And it progresses with every generation. You see the audacity, the arrogance, and the savagery they deploy in doing what they are doing. They don't care about you. They don't care about God. They don't know God. A people who knows God, who know God, will not behave the way. They are conquerors. They are warriors. You have to stand up to them and fight back. That was how they defeated the Hausa people. After they brutally defeated them, they gave them their brand of Islam. And like the French people, with their assimilation policy, turned around and called them one, that we are one in Allah. We are one in Islam. But in fact, they do not see them as anything. It is only when Islam is concerned and when they must use it to get what they want that they bring the Hausa people into play. The Hausa people are the foot soldiers to do the dirty jobs for them. Yeah, that was how, as time progressed, you heard about Hausa Fulani tribe. There is nothing like Hausa Fulani tribe. It's either you're an Hausa or you are a Fulani. So you got to choose. Yes. Now, because of this relationship that they have, yes, they intermarried, which is not bad. They were supposed to be good examples. They intermarried. All right? But still, even with their intermarriage or intermarriages, a Fulani, a child born between a Fulani man and a Fulani woman is considered not enough Fulani. Yes. Am I lying? Those who are caught in it, you know what I'm talking about. That is why the hybrids, the mixture of the two groups, were supposed to be good examples to cement, bring about the unity of Nigeria. But they won't do it. They are not doing it. All right? Now, because of Islam, they have this code that Namu mentality. Namu is our own. You know, Namu is an Hausa word, our own. So whenever they do anything wrong, yes, whenever they do anything wrong, everybody keeps quiet. And that is why majority are keeping quiet, even as they are destroying our country. You hear them speak? A Fulani man, if Madam Fodio Fulani man will never stand up against a fellow Madam Fodio, even if he's killing and raping the whole village, he will keep quiet. He looks away. That is why Atiku don't say anything. All right? That is why Rufai will never condemn evil being perpetrated by Fulanis. That is why Muhammadu Buhari never saw anything wrong. In fact, he defended them. Yes, he defended them. He prevented the armed forces from taking action on them. It's their code, criminal code of conspiracy of silence. All right, and that's how they recruited the Hausa people into it. Namune, Karkatabasu, so Namune, until they turned around and started killing them again. That is where we are right now. When they were killing people in Benue, when they were killing people in Plateau, when they were killing people everywhere in Nigeria, the Hausa people kept quiet. Because Namu, because they are all Muslims. Now it's turning around now, and they are slaughtering the Hausa people. So this is the reason why it is a sin. When you are in a country, a diverse country like Nigeria, the only thing that we can save that country is men and women of righteousness, men who can speak truth, men who see the country, yes, and put the interest of the country above and beyond their tribal interest or personal interest. That is what the Hausa people have failed to do for a very long time. In addition, that they have been made so poor and subjugated so badly. Yes, to the extent that they don't have a voice. But they have a commanding minority, a majority, but a minority, apartheid, a minority, miniature minority rules them. That is the reason why all of us must stand up now. The Hausa people, they are beginning to stand up. How's the strength? They got to increase the pace because Nigeria cannot continue to wait. We have suffered enough. They use the Hausa people as a handcuffs on Nigerians. The Hausa people, you must fight back. You have the number. Use your number. Yes, they subjugated you. They deny you education and access to opportunity. They tell you can have all the children you want. But the typical Fulani man does not have so many children. Yes. They lie to them like the French people lie to their colonies in Africa that we are one. Yes, they opened the doors of Paris to them. Now they are closing it. All right? It is time. The only thing that will save Nigeria is all of us come out and start speaking, professing about Nigeria. This religious and tribal and regional gang up has not helped Nigeria. And it is assured that it will never help Nigeria. Otherwise, what's the meaning of one Nigeria? It's useless. If you are a Nigerian, and you cannot open your mouth to say anything that is happening in Nigeria that is not good for the benefit of the whole of Nigeria. Yes, we must come out of our cocoon. All those who connive with these evil elements, I'm sure you are getting your own price. Yeah, there's always a consequence or consequences for bad choices that we make. We are in Nigeria. Once the country became a country, all tribal gangs lost their sovereignty. And that the sovereignty is one sovereignty that we have. The sovereignty that binds us together as the people of Nigeria. Yes. Look at where we are. This is why we are suffering. Because the people of Nigeria, those who should speak, are not speaking the truth. So Hausa, Yoruba, Igbos, every people in Nigeria, come out. Let us be Nigerian and stop this nonsense of tribalism and other religious nationalism. Look at what a miniature minority. They are not even up to 10 million inside Nigeria. Look at what they did to Nigeria. And you are doing that. You are waiting for God. You are praying to Allah. Allah will never solve it. Allah is going to be watching it. It's growing worse. Because Allah has given you power. God Almighty has given you power that you are not using. So when you call him to come and intervene, you will like you are disturbing him. What after giving? And you must account for what you did on earth. So if your religion is not preaching righteousness, I am concerned. If your religion does not preach that there are consequences for bad choices, I am very concerned. If your religion tells you to keep quiet when injustice is being perpetrated against another person, even if that person is your enemy, you keep quiet. You are committing a sin. And you will give account for what you did. Your action that led to the death of another person or to the suffering of other people. It is your call. And that is why we are standing here as Open Nigeria to advance the cause of the truth. We are not afraid of anybody. We don't care whose toes we marched, as long as we are doing the right thing and bringing the light to our people. You can get angry all you want, but the truth is what is going to set us free. Let us move as a people. Let us move as one country. Let's stop allowing evil forces into our country. Evil forces that we think when they come, we think they are our brothers. The one they get comfortable, they come and tell us that it's time for us to leave. They will unseat us. That is what they are trying to do is now drive all of us out of Nigeria. They did it where in Mauritania. Yes, Mauritania is gone. Mauritania, black people own Mauritania, but it's Arabs controlling it now. Yes, they drove the people out. They are doing the same thing in Sudan. Yes, they are doing it everywhere. They are almost driving us into the sea. Sit down there. And all these people doing these things are members of APC. APC is a front for the terrorist organization. Yes. New Madam Fodio movement. We are there looking. That is why Sir Halt can open his mouth and say anything he wants. He wants to make himself the Sultan of Nigeria, that he is not. You people are the ones who built that high chair for him to sit. And Oba of Benin, I remember Prince Charles came to Nigeria. They went to Sokoto. What did he go to Sokoto to do? Is Sokoto the headquarters of Nigeria? Is the Sultan of Sokoto the president of Nigeria? He went to Sokoto and they invited traditional rulers from all over Nigeria. What did they do? They put Sir Halt on top. He was the one sitting on top of that. He's their supervisor. And meanwhile, he's not a traditional ruler. He's not a traditional ruler. How can he be a traditional ruler over Hausa people with whom he does not share any tradition? He's not qualified to sit there as a traditional ruler. But the British infrastructure, they have had this relationship long before the amalgamation. That is what is taking place. And you hear the video I shared about Mr. Anderson, a colonial labor officer, one of the players who became disgusted about what Britain was doing here. He described the action as shameful and disgusting. He was a part of it. He got tired and they fired him. He left and went back to London, and they found a way to bring him back to Nigeria. Before they always die, Igbo man, when he won't die, he go confess all his sins, thinking that God will use that to forgive him. He spoke out. We sitting down with his wife. I shared it, but I'm going to share it again so you can see. When we share that, not many Nigerians are interested in that. You are interested more in pornography. Yes, yeah, our people. What matters most, we don't look at them. Yes, we look pornography, but we don't look at things that affect us every day, affect our children, things that can destroy the future. Yes, it's not anything that we are lying about. We are speaking the truth. It hurts some people. Hausa people, you need to come out. You are the chains holding Nigeria. Yes. We want to build a country. Come to the mainstream of Nigeria. Let us build the country. Yeah. As far as I'm fighting for you, I'm going to have to tell you the truth too, of your own fault, what your ancestors did. That because they kept quiet, that is why your confusion, your problem is lingering. 220 years of being subjugated by one little minority should be a source for concern for the younger generation of the Hausa people. You have to preserve who you are. You are Hausa people. You are Africans. You allow some Arabs to twist your heads, and then you look up to Arab. You are not Arabs, you are Africans. Now bring out the Africanness in you, Hausa people. Let us all share. We are brothers and sisters. Yes, we love you, but we must tell you the truth. You have not done well. You have not been speaking up. You are quiet, maybe perhaps because of fear from what happened before. And then use Islam to hold you down. No. Islam is a religion of justice. Islam does not support repressing people. And the truth is that these crazy Osman and Fodio Fulani children, they are not Muslims. They don't care about God. A lot of them are hypocrites. Yes, a lot of them majority of them are hypocrites. They don't know Allah. They front with Allah. And the people are fooling around, following them blindly. Time to stand up for Nigeria is now, and we must do it. If we don't do it, they will drive all of us outside Nigeria. For real. That is exactly what is about to happen.